So here's the big question. How do you actually play Fallout Wasteland? Minis, cards, rulers, weird custom dice. It looks like a lot, but honestly, it's way easier than it seems. Let's break it down in plain English. You and your opponent take turns activating one miniature at a time. You move a Brotherhood knight, maybe take a shot, then your opponent activates a Super Mutant and charges back and forth. Then alternating activation keeps going, the game fast and reactive. You're never waiting 20 minutes while your opponent plays an entire army, like some other games. You're always in the action. Each model has activation points, usually 2. You spend them to do stuff. Move, shoot, swing a board with nails in it. Scavenge a loot crate. 2 points, your choice how to spend them. It's flexible. Double move to sprint, move and shoot, or go full John Wick with 2 attacks. And yes, you will waste both actions missing a shot. That's Fallout. No measuring tape. Fallout uses color-coded range rulers. Red, green, blue. Plop it down, move your mini, done. Same system for shooting and grenades. It's quick and very beginner-friendly. The dice are custom and pure Fallout flavor. White skill dice tell you if you succeed. Black effect dice add bonuses, armor piercing, critical hits, extra damage. Opponent rolls armor dice to see what sticks. You're not crunching numbers, you're rolling icons that feel like the video game. And yes, you still miss 95% because Todd Howard said so. Cover matters. Hiding behind a ruined wall makes you harder to hit. And it's not just about killing each other. Objectives drive missions, scavenging loot crates, hacking terminals, defending settlements. That's what makes Fallout feel different from generic scrimmage games. Every match feels like a mini Fallout series. No opponent? Fallout's got you covered. The AI deck runs enemy factions for you. Each card tells you what to do, attack, move, hide, whatever. That means you can play solo whenever you want, or co-op with a friend against the Wasteland. That's the rare feature in minigames, and a lifesaver for new players. So what's the game plan? Loop activate a model, spend 2 actions, roll dice, and let the Wasteland chaos unfold. But rules are just the skeleton. The real muscle is in the minis, and the Fallout starter set is one of the best boxes in the hobby. Now, let's crack it open and see why this thing is the perfect entry point. All right, this is the good stuff, because rules are one thing, but minis, dice, and all the Fallout flavor packed into one box, that's the magic. And trust me, the starter set is loaded. You get everything you need to start playing. 12 pre-assembled resin miniatures, a double-sided playmat for instant battlefields, all the custom Fallout dice you could want, color-coded rulers for movement and shooting, cards for units, gear, loot, and AI enemies, tokens for cover, objectives, and effect. No extra purchases, no surprise. Oh, by the way, you need 3 expansions. This is a full game in one box, but you can get add-ons. You get 2 factions right away. The Brotherhood of Steel, power armor, laser rifles, disciplined soldiers, few in number but tough as nails. The Super Mutants, towering brutes, brutal melee, with mutant hounds to make them even scarier. That's the perfect intro matchup. High tech versus raw muscle. And yes, dog meat is in there too, because what's Fallout without dog meat? Imagine the riot if he wasn't included. Chaos. Pure chaos. These minis are resin, so the detail is sharp armor plates, muscle texture, tiny rivets. But the real win, they're pre-assembled. Most games make you glue tiny arms at 1 a.m. while regretting your life choices. Fallout skips all that. Open the box, drop minis on the table, and you're playing. Painting is optional. If you want to try it, they look amazing, even with a quick coat. And if this is your first Super Mutant looks like radioactive guacamole, perfect. That's the vibe. The rest of the kit just oozes Fallout flavor. Unit cards with SPECIAL stats, health, gear, loot, and item cards, so you're scavenging mid-game. AI decks so the game runs itself when you're solo. Dice with Fallout symbols instead of boring numbers. Bright colors so you're not fumbling with tape measures. It's beginner friendly, but still feels like a premier mini set. Other games make you buy rulebooks, dice, rulers, and multiple expansion boxes. before you can even play. Fallout gives you everything in one shot. You can play dozens of games with just this box. Add expansions later if you want NCR, Raiders, Enclave, even Liberty Prime out. You don't need to buy them all in one day. And let's be real, starting with Liberty Prime is skipping straight to the desert, earn it first. So that's the starter set, Fallout in a box. Minis, dice, everything you need to step into the wasteland without needing glue, paint, or a second mortgage. But here's the fun part. Minis in a box are cool, sure. But when you put them into action, build your first crew, play your first mission, that's where Fallout really comes to life. And that's exactly what we're doing next. All right, you got the box open, minis on the table, dice ready. Now comes the fun part, actually building your first crew and playing your first match. Let's keep it simple. Each model comes with a unit card. It's basically your Fallout character sheet shrunk down. You have the special stats. Stats, health, armor, weapons, and gear slot. If you've ever looked at Fallout Pip-Boy, you already know how to read these. That makes building a crew super beginner friendly. Except charisma. Don't expect dice rolls to save you there. Classic Fallout. Every model has a points cost, and every model has a points cost. You and your opponent agree on a limit, say 300 points, for your first game, and build squads around that cap. That way, it's not Brotherhood Knights versus 5 death claws, unless, of course, you want it to be, which, spoiler, it won't end well. But hey, it's your wasteland. Roll the dice and embrace the pain. For your first battle, keep it simple. 300 points per side, usually 3 minis each. Use the starter set playmat, place a few terrain tokens for cover, and a loot marker or two. Then play an easy objective. Grab loot or knock out the enemy team. Expect your first game to take an hour. And yes, you'll make mistakes. You'll mismeasure. You'll forget a rule. You'll lose dog meat. Welcome to Fallout. Don't have a buddy? No problem. Fallout has an AI deck that runs the enemy faction for you. Each card tells you what to do: attack, charge, retreat. It makes solo games unpredictable and a co-op game with a friend feel like an actual survival story. Here's the kicker. Once you play the first game, you'll realize this isn't just another scrimmage game. It's Fallout brought to life. Missions aren't just fights. They feel like quests. The rules are deep enough to grow with you, but light enough to learn in a single setting. You can play solo, co-op, or versus. And if you're crafty, you can build junkyard terrain out of literally junk mail. The Wasteland aesthetic makes it easy. And no one cares if your first paint job looks like a radioactive slime. Actually, that kind of makes it better. With the Fallout series pulling in new fans, there's new model lines coming out. It's the perfect time to jump into the new hobby. You're not too late to the party. You're walking in just as the drinks hit the table. So there you go. First crew, your first match, and why Fallout Wasteland might be the perfect entry point into tabletop gaming. If you're ready to try it out yourself, grab the starter set and start small. Just a few simple minis, a simple map, and some dice. That's all it takes to bring the Wasteland to life. And if you want more, hit subscribe and stick around. We got faction deep dives, painting guides, train tutorials, and campaign playthrough coming up. Drop a comment and tell me which Fallout faction you like. Drop a comment and tell me which Fallout faction you'd start with. Brotherhood, Raiders, Enclave, or all in one Super Mutant. Thanks for hanging with me. Stay safe out there and keep your stim packs handy.